Hello, and welcome back to the Screaming Closet, where we're gonna ruin ourselves.
Apparently we are. You poured a hell of a drink here today, Priest.
I didn't think I put that much in.
Sip that. Did you mix it?
No.
Oh my god, you have to mix mixed drinks. That's why they're called mixed drinks. So that's how we're starting this. We're gonna play Saya. It's been a while, you guys, but we are going to play this game. And we're about to go up to a mountain to check to see if we can figure out this mystery with our friend, and really we're just like beholden to a tiny lowly monster cannibal rapist who's off raping our old female friend right now, who had a crush on us because poor girl.
Yeah.
So
Now she's being raped.
yeah,
Probably mind controlled.
yeah, or killed. She could be dead now.
It's true.
Here we go.
Oh, how do we want to narrate this?
Well, I've been reading. Remember, this narrates itself for a large part.
Oh, right.
So you can read the parts that aren't being spoken. Ooh, the thunder.
Man, the thunder.
All right, so read this and start clicking.
The sun sets early at high altitudes. As the car creeps up the mountain path, Koji glimpses through the trees of the gradually darkening sky. The forest is completely still, with no sound save for the rumble of the Accord's engine and the crackle of snow and brush beneath its tires. Fuminori is once again staring silently through the front window. In the ominous silence, Koji feels the same faint chill that he felt when standing before Ogai's suburban home. It feels wrong, as though he is traveling deeper and deeper into a world not his own.
I mean, he is too, so that makes sense.
After some time, a blocky shape suddenly appears amid the trees, standing out against the twilight sky.
Ooh. Now we get dialogue.
Koji turns off the engine and compares the structure in front of him to the picture in his hand. A perfect match. Before you can tell Fuminori, however, his silent friend is already out of the car. Realizing that it's pointless to call out to him, Koji shakes his head, grabs the flashlight from the glove compartment, and follows Fuminori across the snow-covered yard. The photo must not have been taken recently, as the old, run-down cabin before them has clearly been left to the mercy of the elements for some time. The front door appears to be locked, but Fuminori kicks it down without a second thought. Koji just watches, knowing that nothing he could say now would matter. All the windows are shut with heavy curtains, and the gloom inside is thick and stifling. Fuminori turns on his own flashlight and starts rummaging through the cabin without regard for its owner's privacy. Koji is reluctant to do the same, but it is obvious that his mountain retreat has been abandoned for a long time, just like the house in Tokyo. There's no point in being considerate now. He goes to search a different room. Soon after entering the cabin, however, he realizes that their search is meaningless. There's nothing inside but the bare necessities of life.
Which will come to you. Sorry. Look for the bare necessities.
The simple bare necessities.
They'll get you out of lonely raping strife. I mean the bare necessities, that's why... Sorry.
No, it's fine. I was going to do like a bass accompaniment.
Yeah. The bare necessities, that's why we are not murdered yet. Because the lowly loves us for our life. There you go.
Some rooms are even completely empty, save for a thick layer of dust on the floor. Of what few pieces of furniture are present, more than half appear to have never been used. There's an empty chest of drawers without a single scratch or handprint, but bearing the telltale signs of mold and moisture damage. The condition of the cabin is eerie, though in a different way than the burp.
Filthiness.
than the filthiness of the house in the city. It's like someone put together a mock-up of a home and then left it to decay. Nice.
Hey, it was dumb. It was a little one. I can do better. I can do better. I'll do better.
You can do better.
Thank you.
The only signs that... Sorry, I didn't mean to tug your cord.
Yeah, tug my cord, baby.
Oh, yes.
Please stop.
The only signs that anyone lived here are found in the toilet, the bath, the kitchen, and the bedroom. It appears that the cabin was never used for anything but eating and sleeping. Beneath the darkened sky, the snow itself seems to glow with a cold, white light. The scene is like something out of a fairy tale, but to Koji, it serves only as an unpleasant reminder that he has stepped outside of the reality that he knows.
Beneath the darkened sky, I believe, is a lyric to a song, too.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Next to the front porch is a plain wooden door half buried in the ground. It's locked, of course. But Koji sees no reason for restraint after what Fuminori did to the front door. The doors offer surprisingly little resistance to Koji's heavy kick, breaking open to reveal a set of concrete stairs leading down to a pitch-black basement.
Say that 3 times fast. Try to say pitch black basement 3 times fast.
Pitch black basement, pitch black basement, pitch black basement.
Got 2 times.
Re. Koji would prefer to leave such a forbidding place to Fuminori, but it's not like he can just ask him to take his place. He descends into the chilly darkness, the beam of his flashlight leading the way.
Ooh, what's down here?
It turns out to be nothing in the basement but a storage room and a boiler. Exactly what one would expect to find in an isolated mountain cabin. The few packages of preserved food sitting on the shelves have long since passed their expiration dates, and the boiler doesn't appear to have been used in years. Koji guesses that Ogai's mountain home has been abandoned longer than the house in Tokyo. Was Fuminori simply mistaken when he said that Ogai might be here? Or was he lying from the beginning? Not sure what to do next, Koji goes back up the stairs and walks around the outside of the cabin. And there, he finds the backyard. It's in much worse condition than the front yard, having mostly been reclaimed by the forest.
7 days.
Oh my god, it's so true. I thought it, but you said it. It must have been neglected even when the cabin was still in use. The remnants of a woodshed lie in the yard, the mushrooms growing on it speaking to how much time has passed since its collapse.
If the mushrooms are speaking, you've probably had a few too many mushrooms. Anyway.
It's Next to the rotten logs, however, stands a circle of stone that has not yet succumbed to the elements.
If it says unless on it, I'm gonna like scream at the Lorax and be done with this shit.
A well.
Ah.
The well has no bucket or pulley, but when Koji peers carefully into it, he sees that the water is no longer flowing. It's probably less than 10 meters deep, depending on how much mud is piled up inside. Koji's search of the cabin has revealed nothing of interest, inside or out. Leaning against the edge of the well, Koji wonders why Ogai bought this remote home deep in the mountains and what he was doing here.
What if we kept Saya in there?
The well?
Yeah.
I believe it.
I mean, she's a little girl in a white dress with long black hair. It's a well. This is Japan. Come on.
Yeah. As far as Koji can tell, there's no sign that more than one person ever stayed here. Japanese.
Can you guys hear that, by the way, chat? I'm assuming you can. But let's go.
It's far from prying eyes.
You don't need to translate. They're saying it. Let's press.
Okay.
You say this part, though.
Fuminori's words play back in Koji's head. Could this have been some sort of secret refuge? A place to remain hidden from the world? That would explain why there's nothing to suggest that whoever lived here did anything more than eat and sleep. Koji suddenly remembers... I'm gonna restart.
Okay.
Blech. Koji suddenly remembers the doctor he met yesterday at T University. Perhaps she'd know something. He takes out his phone and calls up the newly stored number. There's barely a signal, but it manages to get through. Koji's hopes are soon dashed, however, when his call goes straight to Dr. Trambo's voicemail.
Tanbo.
That is a much more
Not
political...
Dr. Tran.
Here comes Dr. Dr. Tanbo's voicemail. Yes. He considers calling back later, but realizes that it would be hard to talk to her with Fuminori around. Fuminori would not at all be pleased to learn that Koji and Yo went to see his doctor. Koji decides that he better tell the doctor what he can while he's still alone. Koji leaves a clear and concise message, explaining that he went with Fuminori to Ogai's mountain retreat, giving the address and asking for confirmation that the property belongs to Ogai.
That's not going to happen.
After hanging up, Koji thinks back to their visit to the hospital. Is Dr. Tanbo actually investigating like she said she would? Her reluctance to speak to Dr. Ogai is weighing on his mind. He talked to Yo about it on the way home, but they were unable to decide whether the doctor could really be trusted.
I don't know. You're pretty bad at deciding who can be trusted, considering who you're with right now, dumbass. Oh, and you let Yo go over to his fucking apartment. Jesus Christ.
Speaking of which, how is Yo doing?
Not good! Not good, Koji. Not good at all.
Koji hasn't seen her today. He didn't say a word about her to his trip to Tochigi.
Yeah.
She might be worried, especially so soon after Omi's disappearance.
Who is dead.
And eaten.
And eaten, yeah.
Thinking to check up on her, Koji dials Yo's number, and is surprised when it rings longer than it usually does. Did she forget her phone somewhere? Just as he's about to give up, the call connects. Ooh. Oh, God.
Oh, good. Squishy.
The first thing Koji hears is a strange sound. It's not like signal interference, but some kind of wet, distorted noise, like the voiceless groans or perhaps sobs of someone far away. No, that's exactly what they are. The person on the other side is crying. There's a response, but is it really Tsukaba's voice? It's too twisted with agony for Koji to tell. Panic surges through Koji as he realizes that something is terribly wrong. After a short period of nothing but pained moans, words start coming through the speaker one by one, as though each takes an act of will.
Yeah, it's got a big weird LOLI monster dick in it. That's what's wrong.
Yo must be delirious because Koji can't understand a thing she's saying. Her gasps and wheezes, however, are enough to tell him that she's in unimaginable pain.
Poor girl. Oh, poor you.
Oh my God.
Okay, she didn't even do anything wrong.
She's not making any sense. Koji feels despair, sees his heart in an iron grip. What is happening to Yo now, 100 kilometers away? Only her voice gives any hint to what she's going through. There's nothing he can do for her.
You know, you should just say where you are, honey. You're at his apartment. I know you're scared, honey, but tell him whose apartment you're at. No!
The cops are not going to help.
No. She will kill them. Oh, now is not the time for modesty, yo!
Yo suddenly breaks into a violent hacking cough, as though trying to expel something filling her throat.
Like a dick! Should have said where she was.
Koji screams into the phone, his reason overwhelmed by unimaginable horror.
Ooh! Read it.
Which is why he's unable to react when the phone is immediately knocked from his hand, and also why he didn't notice Fuminori sneaking up on him until it was too late. Fuminori seizes Koji's lower jaw with his right hand, cutting off Koji's angry shout. Koji can hardly believe the strength of the smaller man's grip. His biggest mistake was leaning back against the well. There's nothing to grab onto as Fuminori pushes him backwards over the edge. He can only flail his arms vainly against the air. Koji loses his balance entirely. Feels a terrifying weightlessness as the world spins before his eyes. Before he can realize what has happened, his back strikes something with tremendous force. When you walk away,
You won't hear me say,
please, oh baby, don't go. I'm sorry.
This has been a thing we've been doing whenever we've been watching a lot of Disney movies, and we've noticed that in all Disney movies, somebody falls backwards into water. All of them. All of them. And so we've just been screaming that out of tune, like we just did.
He thrashes wildly as cold, dirty water fills his mouth and freezes him to the core. Only when his fingers find the wall of the well is he able to regain his sense of direction and right himself. On his hands and knees in the mud, Koji vomits filthy water out of his lungs. He tries to shout, but it comes out as a hoarse groan, distorted by the echo in the cramped space.
What does a horse groan sound like?
Oh.
Aw.
Oh.
Not. Anyway.
I was doing the Liler mating noise, I'm sorry. Fuminori's laughter, on the other hand, is crystal clear. Also, it is like thunderstorming where we are right now.
I know, it's really terrifying.
And it's really, like, nice. He says scornfully.
Brian Necker says, Sayano Uta is my favorite Disney movie.
Fuminori tosses Koji's phone into the well. Koji catches it just before it hits him in the face, but finds the battery pack has been removed, rendering it useless. This is no joke. It's a miracle that Koji is uninjured. He could easily have broken his neck.
On what, muddy water?
But just because he's not hurt doesn't mean that he's safe. Koji feels around the inside of the well, searching for something to hold on to, but the mud-covered stone offers no purchase. It's obvious that he won't be able to get out without help.
So, our main character really is Fuminori, the guy who just pushed him down a well. But the perspective bounces between different characters, so you have a chance to get sympathetic about certain ones. Like, right now, we're kind of from Koji's point of view. Before, we were from Yo's point of view. I don't know whose point of view we're going to be from next. We've never been from Saya's point of view, though, have we?
No. Yes, we were.
When?
Sneaking into the neighbor's house.
I thought we were from Mom and Dad's point of view, because remember...
Oh, you're
Yeah.
totally right.
When Saya possesses them and makes him kill his wife and girl.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Anyway.
Koji starts to say, but trails off as the pieces finally come together in his head. There's a sudden change in Fuminori's attitude, the smile that always seemed somehow malevolent. Fuminori hadn't been smiling at Koji, but at the thought of his friend's death.
Doshite!
Doshite!
Doshite.
Nani? He can't wrap his head around this turn of events. Why would Fuminori try to kill him? True, Fuminori had wanted Koji to stay out of his business, but is that really a motive for murder?
Yeah.
Fuminori replies coldly. He sounds truly amazed that Koji would ask such a thing. Fuminori disappears from view, leaving Koji alone in the darkness with nothing to connect him to the outside world but hiccups. Koji shouts at the top of his lungs, knowing beyond that if Fuminori leaves, all hope of rescue will vanish with him. No one will ever hear him calling for help from the bottom of this mountain well.
Why do you think she's in trouble? Like, it's his fault, jackass! Oh my god!
In his desperation, Koji no longer comprehends the futility of begging for mercy.
Oh, yeah, I guess.
No god or devil will answer him. His only hope is that Fuminori will have a change of heart, praying for a miracle. He keeps calling Fuminori's name. Eventually, the sky grows dark as the bottom of the well. As dark as the bottom of the well. Koji can no longer make out the edge of the opening, and he has long since lost track of how many hours he has been screaming. Nevertheless, he continues to scream, for he knows that the despair silence brings will kill him.
We are Fuminori now! We might need to pay attention, because if he's going home... I mean, the audience wants to see Saya. They want to see Saya very badly.
It's true.
But we need to be careful, because Saya might be raping the fuck out of a girl.
So I'm going to give you control of this mouse right here.
Okay.
Which is going to be what it is.
Just leave it on there, and either of us can click it when it comes out.
Sure.
Alright.
Do you want to do Fuminori's lines?
I'll do Fuminori's lines, sure. I feel great. The same feeling that you get when the last piece of a difficult puzzle slides smoothly into place. I have killed a man, and no one will ever know. Yeah, there's your house. It's a long way back to civilization, but neither the cold nor the exhaustion can ruin my good mood as I walk alone down the snow-covered mountain road. I was tempted to use Koji's car, but that would have introduced a flaw into my plan. I don't want anyone to connect me to his disappearance. The plan formed in my mind the moment that I realized how remote the location was. That thunder, though. Even if I couldn't find anything to lead me to Dr. Ogai, his absence would at least prove that the cabin had been utterly abandoned, in which case it would be the perfect spot to take care of the problem. I knew coming all the way out to Tochigi wouldn't be a waste of time. I didn't even need to use the meat cleaver hidden under my jacket. A dry well. It's like fate itself provided me with the perfect setting. That idiot didn't even realize the danger he was in, and his phone call distracted him enough for me to take him by surprise. Now, one of the two people whose questions might have caused trouble for me and Saya has vanished from the face of the earth. All that's left is to eliminate the other. Tsukaba Yo. I mustn't underestimate her just because she's less aggressive than Koji. Even she should be able to see a connection between the disappearance of her two friends.
There's good news for you, Fuminori.
I suppose I should be thankful that it was Yo to whom Koji was talking on the phone. If he'd reported our location to a third party, I'd have to track down and eliminate that person too. I'm a little worried about what they were discussing, but judging by how Koji was screaming into the phone, they probably weren't exchanging detailed information. Either way, I'd better get rid of Yo as soon as possible. After walking all night long, I finally reached the Nasu Flats station, just as the trains start running. Oh god, the train looks weird. It only takes an hour to get back to Tokyo on the Limited Express. It's not enough time to rest, but I'm too wound up for that to matter. Besides, I don't want to waste any time thinking up a way to kill Yo. Using the cabin again would be too dangerous, and I'm not sure how I'd get her out there in the first place. I'd just explode in her face. I just exploded in her face the other day. I doubt she'd be as quick to trust me as Koji was, which means that it will be difficult to get her alone. I could just ask Saya for her opinion. But even I have some pride. I want to show her that I'm a man who can take care of business. Taking care of business!
Every day!
Taking care of business! Okay. Ah, we're home. Unfortunately, I'm unable to come up with anything before I get home. Well, I suppose that I should just be proud of having dealt with Koji, the immediate threat. The search of Dr. Ogai's cabin was a bust, with no trace of his having been there, but I see no reason to be frustrated. Saya isn't all that concerned about the doctor's whereabouts, so looking for him is just something to satisfy my own curiosity. It's morning, half a day later than I normally get home, and the sound of Saya running down the stairs tells me how impatient she was for my return. It makes me feel warm inside. Hey everybody who haven't seen this yet, I'd like you to meet Saya. She's cute, isn't she? With her black hair done it looks like cat ears, and her big smile, and her cute little white dress, and her flat-chested goodness. This is Saya. Saya is an eldritch, horrifying beast who eats babies and human flesh, and has gotten us to eat human flesh. And she's utterly devoted to us, and fucks us at any opportunity.
It's only through our insanity that we see her as a little girl.
Everyone else sees her as a weird, quivering mass of flesh that pours into every orifice of your body, suffocates you, and rapes you. She throws her arms around my neck, her smile at least 20% brighter than usual. Good God, it's 20% brighter. Oh my God. God, she'd have a surprise for us. Oh, did she make food for us? Human flesh food?
That's what we want to know.
Saya responds to my confusion with a mischievous smile.
Oh no.
A surprise?
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh, if she takes a bath with us, we're gonna fuck. So. Alright. I don't realize how hungry I am until Saya mentions it. I walked all night without a bite to eat, and now my stomach's emptiness becomes painfully clear. However, I can't sit down to a leisurely meal while covered in dirt and sweat of the road.
A quick snack. Is it a yo bath?
Is it sex? It's gonna be sex. I'm amazed by Saya's foresight. She's always ready to give me what I want before I want it. Turning off just in case. Oh god, did I click it?
No, you didn't.
Ah, wrong one, dude. There. I tried to tell you, you shouldn't have me doing this.
It's okay.
Tried to tell you should have me doing this, man. Well, now you got to see all these things.
We tried, I'm sorry.
I told you you shouldn't have had me doing it!
I will...
Take it...
I don't know what to do now.
I just clicked the button and it was on the wrong thing.
That's my bad then.
Alright, now we have to read it. You want me to read Saya's parts?
Sure, and I'll...
Saya's parts.
I'll read Fuminori. Unless... Oh wait, no, in the earlier videos, I did Saya and you did
right.
Fuminori.
I did Fuminori, you did Saya. Yeah!
Okay, let's do that. Let's do that.
Alright. This is me.
Okay.
Sounds... Oh, it's... No, that's you, actually.
Sounds like you had a hard time.
While soaking in the bath together, I tell Saya about my adventure. Killing him was easier than I thought. The hard part was getting home. The heat of the bath is soothing, as is the sensation of Saya leaning back against my chest as she massages the fatigue out of my stiff leg muscles. Her cute little collarbone rises each time she squeezes my legs, and I can see the soft curves of her breast floating above the water. Ah, I'm home. Contentment fills me. I don't even need to sleep to relieve my exhaustion. Just like the living room and the bedroom, the bathroom is painted in the colors that Saya and I find pleasing. We've left the entrance and the hallway untouched just in case someone should see inside, so these two rooms are the only places I can relax in my own home.
So it's painted in human blood.
Yeah. It was cold in the mountains, even for winter. I should have worn heavier clothing. I was afraid I'd freeze to death when it got dark.
Why didn't you just take that Koji's person's clothes?
I pushed him into a well, remember? His clothes were with him at the bottom.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God. Saya laughs and sticks her tongue out bashfully.
So now there's just that Tsukaba girl to worry about.
She's the only person I can think of who can connect me to Koji's disappearance. After I take care of her, we can finally relax. Saya glances at me over her shoulder like she knows something that I don't. And that's true! She does!
Have you already thought of a way to kill her?
Well, I've been thinking about it, but I haven't come up with anything yet. I was hoping that you might have some ideas.
Leave it to me, she says, grinning with the unusual confidence.
With unusual confidence.
I can take care of her in ways you never believed of.
Want to try that again?
I can take care of her in ways you never dreamed of. It's as good as done.
Really?
Okay, it should be ready by now. Saya's voice is full of anticipation.
She rises from the bath, her naked body glistening through the steam.
Come on, Fuminori, I have something to show you.
Oh god. Okay, we can turn it back on, briefly. We're gonna have to turn it off, like, again, right away. Now I can see where this is. It's this one.
Yeah.
Now
Video capture device.
Now I can actually see. You click, do the reading. Turned it off just in case. It's not there yet, it's okay.
I have no idea what's going on, but I do as Saya says and close my eyes. She takes my hand and leads me up the stairs. As I wonder what she has in store for me, the sound of crying reaches my ears. I stiffen.
Alright. Oh, not yet. It's probably gonna be right now, but I'm just waiting. Oh god, I keep turning it off because I don't know what it's gonna be.
She admonishes me, then strokes my arm soothingly.
Jesus Christ. Now I think I should turn it off, don't you?
Safe, yeah. Little by little, the crying grows louder. I can hear the misery and pain in every choked sob. At first, I'm amazed that Saya would let someone in our house after what happened 2 days ago. But then I realize that something is strange. Isn't Saya the only one whose voice can carry such clear emotion to me?
Okay, I'm just gonna... Go ahead.
Although my eyes are still closed when Saya leads me to the bedroom, my ears tell me that there's someone only a few feet away, and yet I smell none of the human body odor that normally turns my stomach.
Here we go!
Okay, time to say hello. Open your eyes, Fuminori. I open my eyes, and I'm struck dumb by what I see.
Depending on what it is, we'll describe it. Oh, can I show this?
That's safe for work.
Is it safe for work?
Yes.
Look at that! I think, like, from here, her vagina is mostly covered up, or do you think we should cut it out?
Okay, cut it, go away, no. Just in case of the wagon.
Yeah, I think the wagon is covered, but it's hard to tell, so you've seen that now. Tsukaba Yo is curled up on the floor with not a scrap of clothing to cover her shivering body. But she's a normal human to him right now. That's interesting. When I first lay eyes upon her naked flesh, I'm entranced by the sensuality of her generous proportions, far more mature than I would have expected from her usual pure and innocent appearance. Wait, forget about that. Why is she in my bedroom naked? Moreover, why is she...
Well, Fuminori, how does she look to you?
She's beautiful, but why can I... It doesn't make sense. This is Tsukaba Yo. This is the Tsukaba Yo I remember, not the putrid creature whose attentions I found so unbearable after the accident. My senses recognize her as the human that she is.
This girl loves you, you know.
I do know, but I've never told Saya. How did she find out?
So, I decided to change her body into one that you can love back.
That's kind of sweet, Saya, and really fucked up considering you raped her. God, did she rape her so much that she became so disfigured that now she looks like a human to Fuminori? Jesus Christ, you raped somebody into ugliness. Jeez. Saya pauses to gauge my reaction, then continues with a satisfied nod.
I made her like me.
You turned her into an eldritch beast? Is Yo an eldritch beast?
I guess she has to be now.
Oh, poor Yo. Alright. What? How? I still don't understand why Saya chose Yo, but this last statement is even more baffling. She changed Yo?
Don't you remember what I said the other day? I can mold the bodies of other living things.
Yes, I remember. She claimed to have done something to Suzumi's brain. I didn't doubt her sincerity then, but I suppose that some part of me thought she was exaggerating. I hadn't seen her handiwork firsthand. But now...
It was a big change this time. Not like the little tweak I made to the man next door. But this is how my abilities are really meant to be used. This was my first time doing it, though.
Is this really Yo? Yo finally notices my presence and turns her head to face me. I see a faint glimmer of recognition in her glassy, unfocused eyes. Her features are exactly as I remember them. Incredible. This is far beyond mere cosmetic surgery. Once a twisted creature, unrecognizable as human, Yo is now the very image of human femininity. There's no similarity between what she was and what she is, which can only mean that she has become something utterly inhuman. According to Saya, she has become what Saya is. Oh, we can turn this back on for a little bit. Let's look at Saya. She's so happy, guys.
Saya declares, her voice is full of pride of her first creation.
I'm ready.
She couldn't have learned it from Dr. Ogai. No teacher on Earth could impart such knowledge or skill.
Whoa! What?
What?
Whoa! So that's our semen, but what? What?
By giving her semen, are we giving her human DNA for her to
Oh
study?
my god, we totally are!
She can learn how to create humans through semen.
Fug.
Saya blushes.
You're right. It's true. That's what we're doing. That's where this is going.
All she has to do is fuck things into her will.
Oh my god.
What is she really?
You're just now asking this. She's
I've
an
accepted-
eldritch creature.
I've accepted that she isn't human, but there's more to her than that. Saya is something that far transcends my species.
Something like that, yeah. How? How have you messed up?
Vagina dentata?
Oh, I don't know.
When Saya approaches, Yo trembles in terror and tries to crawl away. But she is only able to flail her arms and legs wildly. It's like she doesn't know how to move her own body. And the only sounds coming out of her mouth are frightened moans. Saya sighs in mild disappointment.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, poor Yo.
Oh, God, 20 hours of rape. I feel kinda bad. Saya, you've never felt bad about anything in your life, honey. Got it. I wasn't sure if... I'm still not sure if that's safe for work, you know?
Yeah, just her lady bits could be showing.
I don't know.
Do you want to take up the reading now?
Sure. Yo looks up at me pleadingly, as though begging me to save her. She is no longer able to ask me for help, though, or even to call my name.
Well? Saya asks, her eyes shining with anticipation. Do you like her?
I'm at a loss for how to respond. What do you mean, like her?
You said you wanted family and friends, didn't you? That's why I got you this present.
Her innocent explanation only confuses me further. She wants you to rape her, dude. That's what she wants. Present? Come on, she's not a dog. But she kinda is now, honey.
There's not much different.
See?
Her head is totally empty.
I'm happy that Saya wants to please me, but she could use a little more common sense. It's not that. Holding a person captive is probably a lot harder than you think. Basically, can we keep it? Saya, I don't think you're ready to take care of a human. Jesus Christ.
Don't worry about it. Look, I have her chained up.
The only thing preventing Yo from being totally naked is the leather collar around her neck. I have no idea where Saya got it from, but it's the kind of dog collar that would be sold in any pet store. The chrome chain is fastened to one of the bedposts.
This is for rape.
Alright, let's turn this back on.
Yo tries to get away again, but Saya sends her sprawling with a tug of the chain. Yo tumbles to the floor, squealing in pain. Her actions are those of an unintelligent animal. Just as Saya said.
I'm just watching to see like if I need to turn it off when he starts to rape her, because I'm assuming that's going to happen.
Saya has a point. I was racking my brain for a plan to kill Yo, but now my problem has been solved in a way I could have never even imagined. If a normal person looks upon her now, they'll probably see no trace of the old Yo. And if she has no memories and can't even speak, then it's perfect. Saya has killed Yo without taking her life. Though there's still the problem of what she means by giving Yo to me. Saya asks dejectedly, her confidence suddenly gone.
I can take care of a human, Daddy. Watch, I'll feed her and take her for walks.
And rape her?
And rape her? Can I keep her, please?
Oh, God. That's not it. The last thing I want is to reject this symbol of Saya's affection. But how can I explain to Saya why I'm trying not to look at the naked woman writhing on the floor?
It's not that.
Yo is the first... Oh, sorry.
Yo is the first human figure besides Saya that I've